April 21, 2014. A single line of code went live and instantly turned the internet's most private whispers into a public feed that anyone could read, like a digital confessional open to the world. Within hours, the app called Secret was being downloaded thousands of times, its neon green logo flickering across screens as users whispered, "I love my boss," and "My roommate is a serial killer," into an anonymous void that promised safety behind a veil of secrecy. What began as a bold experiment in unfiltered honesty quickly became the most viral gossip engine of its generation, and within 16 months, the platform was nothing more than a cautionary footnote in tech history. The story of Secret started in the basement of a San Francisco startup incubator, where three young entrepreneurs, David, Marco, and Evan, saw a gap in social media, a place where people could share thoughts without the weight of a profile picture or a follower count. They built a simple interface, no usernames, no likes, just a stream of anonymous posts that could be upvoted and commented on. The concept tapped into a primal desire to speak truth to power, to vent without fear of retaliation, to revel in the voyeuristic thrill of reading strangers' secrets. By the end of its first week, Secret had amassed over 1 million posts, and the media called it the new Twitter for confessions, while investors rushed to pour money into what seemed like the next big thing. The rise was meteoric. By June 2014, Secret was ranking in the top 100 apps on the Apple App Store, and its user base swelled to an estimated 15 million active users worldwide. Celebrities, politicians, and everyday people alike were drawn to the allure of anonymity. A single tweet from a Hollywood actress confessing, "I'm terrified of my own fame," could spark thousands of comments, creating a feedback loop that fed the platform's growth. Advertising dollars followed, and Secret secured a $35 million Series B round, cementing its place among Silicon Valley's unicorns. The company's motto, "Share the Secret," echoed across campuses, dorm rooms, and coffee shops, promising a democratic space where truth could surface without the constraints of identity. Yet beneath the hype, warning signs began to surface. The very anonymity that fueled the app's popularity also became its Achilles heel. Within weeks of launch, moderators were overwhelmed by a flood of hate speech, cyberbullying, and outright defamation. Posts ranging from, "I think my classmate is a rapist," to "My neighbor's child is a drug dealer," went viral, prompting victims to receive threatening calls, workplace investigations, and in some tragic cases, self-harm. The platform's lack of robust verification tools meant that users could weaponize anonymity to settle scores, spread rumors, and amplify harassment. Journalists and legal experts warned that the app skirted the line between free speech and unlawful libel, but the founders dismissed the concerns, insisting that the community would self-regulate. In August 2014, a high-profile incident thrust Secret into the national spotlight. A teenager in Texas posted a rumor alleging that a well-known teacher had been arrested for assault. The rumor, unverified and anonymous, spread like wildfire, leading to the teacher's suspension and a wave of media coverage. Within days, the teacher filed a lawsuit alleging defamation, and the incident sparked a heated debate over the responsibilities of platforms that enable anonymous speech. The lawsuit forced Secret to confront its own policies, and for the first time, the company publicly announced a "report abuse" feature and a partnership with third-party moderators. However, the changes were reactive, patchwork solutions that failed to address the core problem, an infrastructure built on complete anonymity with little accountability. The cracks widened as the platform expanded. By early 2015, Secret's user growth plateaued, and advertisers grew wary of being associated with the app's toxic content. A string of high-profile resignations, chief engineers, product leads, and even one co-founder signaled internal turmoil. In March, a former employee leaked internal documents showing that the company's algorithm prioritized controversial posts because they drove engagement, effectively incentivizing the spread of harmful rumors. The leak sparked an outrage on social media, and users began to leave in droves, fearing that their own secrets could be weaponized. The final blow came in June 2015, when a coalition of advocacy groups filed a class action lawsuit alleging that Secret facilitated cyberbullying and failed to protect minors. Simultaneously, the app's parent company announced a strategic pivot, attempting to rebrand Secret as a positive community by limiting anonymous posting to supportive topics and introducing verified accounts. The move was met with skepticism, and within weeks, the daily active user count fell below the critical mass needed to sustain ad revenue. On October 5, 2015, a terse press release announced that Secret would be shutting down its servers, with user data deleted and the app removed from app stores. The silent shutdown left millions of users without a platform, and the once vibrant feed of confessions vanished, replaced only by archived screenshots circulating on Reddit and Twitter. In the aftermath, the story of Secret became a textbook case for tech ethicists, policymakers, and venture capitalists. Universities incorporated its rise and fall into curricula on digital culture, highlighting the delicate balance between anonymity and accountability. Legislators cited Secret's collapse when drafting anti-cyberbullying bills, arguing that platforms must implement robust moderation tools and clear reporting mechanisms. Subscribe to The Collapse for more stories like this.